absolutely beautiful astrology soulmates, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of July 12th, where this week I feel like we get a little cosmic cookie, you guys. I do. I'm not saying that life is going swimmingly and perfect for everybody, but in the sky, I think we have some energy this week that is like, hey, relax, like enjoy a little something, allow there to be joy back on your table, allow there to be beauty, allow there to be some of these really luxurious, delicious, feel good kind of words back on our table. It doesn't mean that everything's perfect, but it does mean that some of the traumas, some of the hurt, some of the issue we were experiencing in the beginning of the month, I think it started to resolve itself a bit at this point in the month. Now, it doesn't mean that you have tons and tons of clarity on what to do next, but I do think that the energies are moving forward, and that is in great part too to Mercury coming out of its post-retrograde shadow energy fully. So now it's direct. So as we're coming into this week and we're working with the energies, yes, Neptune is still creating a little haze and confusion, but Mercury is strong, which means the wheeling, the dealing, the negotiations, the conversations, they can be very straightforward. So let's get in here and see what is shaping up this week, okay? First of all, as we're coming into the week on Monday, you're going to get up to Mercury and Jupiter coming together in a trine. We've got Mercury over in the energy of Cancer. We've got Jupiter in its retrograde path still in the energy of Pisces until the 27th. So they're going to meet this trine at 1 degree. Now, a trine indicated by the triangle is going to show us an opportunity. There is an energy of ease here. It's sometimes so easy, so natural that we can miss actually taking advantage of the opportunity. So under this trine, it's a phenomenal energy to first of all do Jupiterian things like travel. Oh my gosh, remember travel? What did they say in the Travelocity commercial? Remember places? They were so placey. Let's go back to the places. Let's travel. And even if it just means where you're at, if it's still locked down in some ways, that you pop on your mask or no mask, whatever you're doing with that, and you go to the grocery store and you go cancer it up, right? Get some foods, mentally remember that food you used to have at that one time and it felt really good and it just felt connected. Do that. Take some time to travel, whatever that looks like. And for many people, you had travel plans that were canceled a year ago, and so now you are off and jet setting. And I think this is a phenomenal energy for that. For the rest of the people, it is also a great time for making presentations, signing contracts, negotiations that need to come back to the table, but you need to be able to move them forward. It's a phenomenal day for that kind of stuff. So whatever you need to do along the lines of communication, right as we're coming into the week, go ahead and take advantage of that, okay? Then we get to the 13th and the magic happens. We see Venus and Mars coming together for their conjunction in the fiery sign of Leo. And this conjunction is going to be happening at 20 degrees. Now, when Venus and Mars come together, these are the lovers. They chase each other across the sky. Even a harsh interaction of Venus and Mars is loaded with passion. There is just a lot of passion and a lot of fire that gets behind this. So I think that this is a great time too in Leo to show us your stuff, right? Like what makes you you? Right? Is it your big mane of hair? You're going to do yourself up a little bit. Even if you have to stay in your house, it's a great week to get a little bit cute so that you can remember that you are cute. When is the last time you did something to remember that you've got a little something going on over there, right? When's the last time you demonstrated your skills or your talents or expressed yourself so that you still have fire energy left in your life, right? And this can be very motivating. It sounds woo-woo, like, yes, just love yourself. No, fine, love yourself. I think that's a great thing. But also, this is a Leo energy. Remember your fire. Remember your uniqueness. Nobody is doing it like you, right? So we got to see you kind of come up and come out of your space to be able to do this. Now, another thing I think is great is Leo is a phenomenal energy for taking risk. So my friends who do stocks, maybe you trade, maybe you're hedging, whatever it is that you're doing, maybe you play sports. This is a phenomenal sportsmanship and take a risk kind of energy. And I have no disbelief at all that Venus and Mars, if you're ready for it, or if you invite it into your space, can't bring something very romantic into your life. If you're already coupled up, you know what I mean? Like this can be an energy that brings a little bit of fire to the table, a little playfulness to the table. if you're so single it hurts, or whatever your status is, this could bring people to your table for sure. So it's a wonderful energy to get out if you can. Mix and mingle, talk with people, be you, bring you to the table so that you can remember what you've got going on, okay? As we continue on through the week, we're going to see the sun come into a trine with Neptune, who's also retrograde. Neptune, who's retrograde. Okay, so the sun is over in the energy of Cancer, and we're going to see Neptune in the energy of Pisces. So this is the second time this week that we see a nice trine interaction between Cancer and Pisces energy. So this beautiful watery trine energy that we're experiencing is like tap into these emotions, tap into the flow. What does it feel like to be around you? If you don't like the vibe of what's around you, can you put on some music and tap into something else? Take your vibe in a different direction. It's watery. Get into it. Be like the water. Go around the rocks this week, okay? Now we've got Sun and Neptune dancing together. It's dreamy. It can make information not so clear. It can make you feel like, you know what? Forget this job. I'm leaving. I don't need it. But also I need this job. Okay? So it can be this energy where you're like, I'm not really interested in hanging out. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to do the books. I don't want to go to work. I want to relax. I want to eat sweet things. I want to watch some Netflix. I want to stare at the mountains. Whatever you do that kind of has this sense and this energy of creativity, of nature, of chill. This is a very let's chill kind of energy. So whatever you're doing on this particular day that maybe taps you into that, first of all, I say within reason, if you're not going to damage your company or anybody else around you, take some chill time. Do something creative. See a movie that you would like. Go outside, paint the colors of the wind, you know, do that. That's like one of my favorite movies, by the way, is Pocahontas, just so you know that. But whatever you do that taps you into the magic of that this week, I think is really a beautiful energy with this sun here. Now, I also think that it's good for just watching. We've got all of this Leo energy on the table. What would you do, or what would it be like for you this week if you watched other human beings, and instead of seeing the chaos of the world or the chaos even in your own home, what if every person that you encounter this week, you look at them and you look for the divine spark of the universe in them. You look for the child that is magical and is innocent and is beautiful within them. What would that practice bring to your life this week? I would love to hear all about that in the comment section down below. Now, when we get to the 17th and we're closing up and we're getting ready to end out this week, first of all, we've got the sun in an opposition to Pluto, but then this is also going to create on Saturday a T-square with the moon. Now, the T-square can feel like it's tough, but I don't actually think so. I actually think that this particular opposition between Cancer and Capricorn, which always will bring us to the attention of work and home, is a little bit more about, you know, you're feeling pushed. Like somebody's trying to coerce you in some way to doing something. And you're like, yeah, but that's not sitting right with me intuitively. Trust that. Trust that sun that's over in Cancer. Trust that intuition, right? Protect the fort. You are the fort, your mind, your intuition, what you're feeling here. If you don't feel like this is the right time to start that project, this is where you might find the opposition, and you might feel some pushback. You might feel some pull in the other direction. The government says you have to do this. You feel like you have to do this. The home life says you have to do this, and you feel like you have to do this. Whatever the opposing energies are that are coming to your table, pause for a minute. The way to resolve an opposition is to find the compromise in the middle. So between two energies that you're feeling pulled in this week and on this Saturday, what's the compromise in the middle that will relieve that? Now, the moon could most certainly create a little bit of an emotional response to what you're going on, but what I'm going to tell you is hold. Hold for a minute. Find the compromise, and you can definitely walk this through, okay? Now, on Sunday, we're also going to have a lunar T-square that is happening as well between the moon, Saturn, and Uranus. Now, this kicks off our next week with an energy that I think is quite thrilling and quite exciting. So it's more like as we come into next week's energy, on Sunday, you're wanting to break out. On the 18th, you're like, nope, I don't like it. And maybe what happened is on Saturday, you felt like you were pulled in this opposing energy and you're like, I don't like that. That doesn't work for me. There has to be a different solution. So by the time we arrive on Sunday, you're breaking free. You're ready for some different solutions. You're ready for resolution. That may also be on the table this week. Remember, Mercury is straight. Mercury is going forward. It's giving us its blessings. So what you're thinking about, what you're feeling about with Mercury and Cancer, and Mercury is running through Cancer. So I'm telling you, mentally, heart-wise, this is a beautiful alignment. Trust it this week. Trust it because it is giving you good, solid guidance. And as always, if you are unsure about something you're thinking, feeling, or being willing to do, or being ready to take moves on, run it by somebody outside of you that you trust and that has no real weigh-in on your life. This is where counsel is phenomenal, and the ancients have been using it long before us. So we might as well be making really good use of that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do to just enjoy your life, have some chill, be in the peace, break free from the routine. Remember beauty. See the beauty in yourself and other people and the things around you this week. You know, when you get up in the morning and it's crazy and you've got all of these things to do, pause for just a minute, put your hand on your heart and say, my life is beautiful and I'm grateful for it, right? And then let's start from there and see what gets brought into your space, okay? I look forward to seeing what you guys are doing all week long. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys all week long. Bye, my beautiful friends.